just got to push on.
I've got a question. Roberto, I'll come to you towards the middle of it because it's obviously your club involved in this. Henry, there are 2 spots available. No, 3 spots available for the top 5. And you have 6 teams all competing for those spots? Maybe 5, 6 teams competing for those spots. Who is going to get the top 5 spots in your opinion?
I think it will. Well, the top 2's done, isn't it? I think City will get 3rd, and I think Newcastle will get 4th, and I'd back Villa to get 5th. Based on the thing is, they've all got to play each other. Chelsea have still got to play Forest. City have still got. They're playing Villa. They're playing Villa tomorrow night. Chelsea, Villa have got to play them as well, I believe. Yeah. I think City will get 3rd, Newcastle 4th, and Villa 5th. Chelsea 6th.
Nottingham Forest. You think Forest fall off that much?
You say that much. There's only like 2 points in it. Like it's not like they're falling like off a cliff overnight.
I'll be honest. Chelsea look the most likely to finish 7th. If you look at their, if you look at their running, they've got to play Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle, United, and Forest, all sandwiched in between these Conference League games, which there's a real chance might actually end up mattering a lot more. So, and then you compare that. So,
Forest away.
Forest have to play Tottenham. No, I mean, no offense, but it's fucking Tottenham.
All right, with Tottenham tonight, yeah.
Brentford,
I think 3rd and 4th
Palace, Leicester, West Ham, and Chelsea. I just think all these other teams, especially the ones that don't have any other Europe to think about, it's set up for them to take that from Chelsea. And Chelsea, they've got tough games. They might lose sight in 1 or 2 because they got Conference League. And Chelsea end up finishing the season 7th. That's really not what the
Newcastle, because I think Newcastle will get top 4. They've only got Premier League to focus on, right?
Yeah, granted. One second. Just if we're going to talk about Europe, we've got to also talk about FA Cup. Man City, Villa, and Forest all have a FA Cup semi-final coming up. So does that factor into things?
It's not a midweek game, is it?
No, it's not midweek, but it's still it's caused them to have midweek games because obviously that's why Villa and Man City are playing tomorrow. So there's a midweek game for them. But it's also mentality as well. Will some of those players be like, rah, I've got a chance to win a trophy or top 5? Like how hard am I gonna go in?
I mean, potentially, but it's not like it's necessarily. So if I'm looking at it, it's Forest and Villa. Forest, who are Forest playing in the semi-final? Are they not playing each other?
City.
So Forest are playing City and Villa are playing
Palace.
That's it. Villa should go through. Forest it's a toss of a coin. Either way, all it does, it's not like we're adding, another 2 games in between the second to last game and last game. It means there's a game at the end of the season which they have to look forward to. And yes, maybe 1 or 2 players might, go, oh, I'm not going to go in as hard because I don't want to get injured for the final. But also, it's a case of, you know what? It's done. It's dusted. To get out the way this weekend, we celebrate it. We can laser focus on getting Europe, so that final doesn't matter. And we're not going into that final going, we need to win this to get Europa League. They can go into it with an element of freedom and relax. So I think the worry for Chelsea here is that Villa are high on confidence. I'll be honest, Villa are a better team than their league position says. They are where they are, and they've dropped points in games because they've been playing in the Champions League and they've not been, as focused on the league. Forest, they win tonight, which is the most likely outcome. They're back to being 3 points ahead.
Hey, listen, don't write them off too. Hey, we all thought they would lose against Frankfurt, and then here they are.
I didn't. I've got Tottenham winning the Europa League, but that's why I've got them throwing away certain league games because that, in the same way that United, their whole season comes down to Thursday nights. It's the exact same thing with Tottenham. You're not going to go down, but you don't really care about any of these other league games.
And he's going to make like 8 changes tonight as well. Like he's going to be so focused on. I probably expect to see Danso and Davis at the back, like Spence, Porro and Udogie be rested. Like realistically, Forest should be coming to our stadium expecting the 3 points because And if you look at Newcastle's game, they're just their fixtures quickly. They play Ipswich at St James's, Brighton away, Chelsea at St James's, and then they play Arsenal away. Now, Arsenal, a similar boat, will be all out for Champions League. They won't really care about a fixture against Newcastle, and then they play Everton at St James's. I think Newcastle will finish fourth and City third, and then I don't know, flip a coin. I mean, what did I say? I said Chelsea fifth, didn't I? Or sixth?
I think you said Chelsea sixth.
Yeah, Villa fifth. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, Roberto.
I've got Chelsea seventh.
Yeah,
Heavy,
Roberto, let's go to a Chelsea fan. He's been sitting here hearing you guys trash on his team. Okay, first of all, I just want to say quickly, this is probably one of the most exciting Champions League races that we've seen in a while. Granted, the extra place diminishes it just a little bit because obviously the jeopardy isn't as high. But considering the fact that we've seen top four races before and we've not had 1 point separating 5 teams, we've not had that. I don't remember having that in a long time. So this race is going to be hot to the wire down to the final day. Roberto, do you believe your boys Chelsea can get over that line and find a way to secure Champions League football?
I mean, I think there's a possibility, but it's diminished because we needed the win against Brentford. We need to get a win against Ipswich, and I think that would have solidified our position in the race. But I think anybody trying to make any predictions, I think we were maybe 2-3 games out because, I mean, everybody thought Forest was, far and away clear, going to get that third position. They were dragged into the race. Newcastle had the opportunity to go pretty much clear, right? And solidify their position for UCL, and they didn't. Nobody saw that 4-1 coming, right? And because of that, Villa is now in the conversation as well. If Villa lost that, they would have fallen away. But everybody's getting dragged into it. And I think in terms of us finishing 5th or us finishing 7th, I think both are a possibility. Because when I look at it, I think it's going to come down to maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 points separating 5th and 7th. It might end up being that close because none of the teams are in the positions we are now because we are consistent teams. If we were consistent, it would be like pretty much every other year where the top 4 is very solidified. And maybe we have 3 teams fighting for that 5th position. But 3rd to 5th is moving up and down at this point, week by week. So what that's telling to me is that there's inconsistencies. There's upsets that are bound to happen. I think at this point, Chelsea are 25% reliant on our own results. Because I think even if we get the wins that we need to, we still need to hope that other teams don't. I think it's with the draws to Brentford and Ipswich, I think it's out of our hands at this point. Even if we do what we need to do, I still don't necessarily think that that's enough. Because then we have to hope for a lot of ifs. We have to hope that Liverpool is on the beach, right? We have to hope that United is completely focused on Europa. We have to hope for too much for me to say that anything is solidly there for us to finish in these UCL spots. But I don't think that the arguments for the other teams are as strong as the people are making it out to be. I don't think it's as set in stone. A lot of people are making it out to be that the top 5, it's easy. It's Newcastle, Villa, City. Why? City went down 2-0 immediately. That City defense can still be got at. Let's not act like City is scoring goals and their offense is working in a way it wasn't when they went through their bad patch. But that defense can still be got at. And I look at the Ipswich Town game. Ipswich did it. We gave Ipswich those 2 goals. Those were self-inflicted injuries. On another day, it ends 2-1. We cut out one mistake that we make. But like I said, these are the things that you see with every single team. Newcastle were on a roll, and then they get pammed 4-1 by Villa. Forest, people thought, Forest, it's over. Forest is getting that 3rd position, and nobody's moving them. 2 back-to-back losses. Now they're in it.
Yeah, that's fair. Will, obviously, you are a Real Madrid fan, but I also call you a pseudo Chelsea fan. If you were to support a team from England, it would most definitely
be Arsenal.
He just wants. Don't fall for his. He just wants Enzo. That's it. He wants Enzo to Madrid. Don't fall for his propaganda. He doesn't rate us. He just wants Madrid.
Fair enough. But Will, I got a question about Chelsea. They have 2 of the most important games that will decide the top 5 race. They have Newcastle away and Forest away on the final day. If Chelsea fail to win both of those games, whether it be 2 draws, a loss and a draw, 2 losses, is it done? Or is there a slight chance if they win all their games against like Liverpool and United, like they can still do it?
Well, if they win all their games, then of course they'll make it because somebody's gonna have to drop points in terms of like the other teams who are in it. But I think I agree with what everybody else is saying. I feel like the sentiment is kind of like Chelsea might be the team that drops down to like 7th. And when I'm looking at their remaining schedule, it is pretty tricky because they have to play Everton. I'm not really factoring in the Conference League semifinals because let's be real, I think they could play like their B team and get past whoever that is. I don't know what team that is, but they should be able to not really have to worry about that. I expect them to make the Conference League final, but I think, yeah, like the Newcastle and the Forest game, that's going to be, yeah, like that right there. I feel like that might mess Chelsea up. And I could definitely see them coming like 7th. I feel like they should just put all their focus into the Conference League because I don't think they're going to make. I don't think they're gonna make top 5. Like, that's a pretty hard run.
But the thing is,
billion
there's
spent,
no-
and we're saying they
there
got to win the
is-
Conference League. Oh,
The game
my
is-
There
God.
is, but no,
Major
but the thing is,
trophy.
we literally don't. There is no putting your focus on the Conference League, like, with respect to the, to all the other teams, bro. Like we have been cruising the entire time. There's not been a single time where I've been worried that we're not going to make it.
If you let Anthony get to a final and dunk on your head top, I will need to see you back here to answer for your
Do
question.
you know like what it
That's
is,
fine.
KJ?
And listen. And if a meteor hits my house, we'll also talk. Like, there are things that could potentially happen, but there are things that are also very unlikely. And
wait. But to be
I
fair,
don't.
though,
I think with a final, obviously anything can happen. But I think if we just perform at 50% in a final, that's more than enough to get by either Fiorentina or Real Betis.
I'm gonna be real. Based on form, if it's Betis, I think that right now they'll beat you. Like they're cooking at the moment. Like
Nah, bro.
The thing is, Chelsea as well. Them games in the league, I was just looking at them. They fall really bad for Chelsea. Like, I think for like the Newcastle being away, they don't win that game. I just don't see a world that this Newcastle team with the mentality of their team, which I see when we play them, being in the battle to get Champions League at home, they don't lose that game. The Liverpool game has fallen on like the worst time it could have fell because it's either going to be they're going in that game going to win the league, or they've won the league and it's their celebration after winning the league. They've lost the game, right? In my opinion, obviously Chelsea could surprise everyone and get something, but them 2 games, I think alone, if they lose them 2 games, they don't get the Champions League spots. And then Nottingham Forest, that last game of the season, it's at Nottingham Forest. And I just feel like if Nottingham Forest have a chance to get Europe and they're at home in their final game, the way they've played this season, I think they win the game again, and I feel like if they do go into that, it might even be the fact that Nottingham Forest might even be able to just get a draw in that game and get the position. So I think the games have actually fallen really bad for Chelsea, like going for this top 5.
The teams they've got to play.
who do Liverpool play next week?
Next week, Tottenham.
So
Tottenham. Wait, hold on. Wait. So is Tottenham the game before Chelsea?
Yep.
Never mind. Yeah,
We're gonna play a weaker team as well.
No,
'cause
yeah,
we've
no,
got-
Tottenham are
win the
gonna-
league by then.
Tottenham are gonna
I
turn
was
up.
trying to think of a scenario where Liverpool might need to beat Chelsea that day to like win.
Oh,
the
no,
league.
that's not going to happen because
We're just doing guard of honor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Tottenham fans are-
Yeah,
Tottenham fans are going to turn up.
I'm
wanna
getting
ask-
that LFC midfield applauding Wataru Endo onto the pitch. Thank you very much.
There's going to be a
I wanna
whole
ask Kate.
stadium of Liverpool.
I don't
fans
give a
at the
fuck.
first game.
I really don't care.
Listen, I
Spurs
want
are
to
gonna
ask Kate,
celebrate
I wanna
them
ask
winning
Kate.
As long as you're on the beach, that's fine, bro. Listen, show up like City did to the FA Cup final. That's all I'm asking. I'll applaud
wanna
all
ask-
you want. Just give us the dub.
I want to ask Kate her opinion on this, and then we're going to go around and say everyone's top 5 to 7, top 7 finishes. Kate, where do you stand on this this race right now? Like, who do you have your money on to get the top 5? Actually, no. Who do you have your money on not to make the top 5? That's the better question.
Chelsea. I don't think they get top 5. I think yesterday was their first away win. Was it of the year?
2025. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? I was thinking about it. I remember in 2022 when Harry Kane scored the last minute goal to equalise with Chelsea, and the Chelsea fans roasted us, and yet they celebrated beating Fulham yesterday like they'd won the league. How the mighty fall. I just don't see Chelsea getting the top 5. I think Villa are too strong. I think Forest are too strong at home. I'm here for it. 1.5 billion and to not even get in the top 5. I don't even think they're getting the top 6. I'm with Tom. I've got them in 7th.
Mad. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's go. Let's finalize. Let's lock in our predictions for the top 7 from 1st down to 7th. Tom.
Liverpool top the league as expected. Arsenal 2nd. I'm going to stick with Newcastle 3rd. City 4th. Villa 5th. Forest 6th. Chelsea 7th.
Ooh, okay, Giuseppe.
Arsenal first. No,
I'm
joking. No, I would maybe think that's possible, but Spurs will throw the game like they did last year. No, I'm joking.
Oh, bore off. No, you're just not good enough, mate.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you all in your Liverpool shirts next week. Liverpool top, Arsenal 2nd. I think not. I've looked at Nottingham Forest's fixtures. I think they get 3rd. I think that people are just writing them off because they've had a couple bad weeks, but I think that every game they have left is very winnable. They've got West Ham, they've got Leicester and stuff. Then I think Newcastle 4th, Man City 5th, Villa 6th, and Chelsea 7th, maybe even 8th if they fall off.
There's no way they're coming 8th. I'm just gonna.
Do you see the gap between
the gap
Bournemouth
is
and the
crazy.
rest?
Like Bournemouth would have.
What do you like? We would have to lose every game pretty
they're
much.
They're 9 points ahead.
We would
of
have to
Bournemouth.
lose almost every game.
Look
Yeah,
at just,
like,
look at just. You're trying to agenda got agenda. Henry, what you saying? Also, people in the chat, make sure you put your top 7 down. I want to see them. Go on.
Obviously Liverpool, Arsenal. I'm going to go City 3rd, Newcastle 4th, Villa 5th, Chelsea 6th, Forest 7th.
Well,
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna Liverpool first, Arsenal 2nd. I think City do come 3rd. I think Newcastle will come 4th. I think Forest 5th. I think Villa 6th. I think Chelsea 7th.
nice. Kate.
Liverpool top, Arsenal 2nd, where they always are. City 3rd. Newcastle 4th. As it stands now, I'm putting Villa 5th, but if Forest beat us tonight, I'm putting them 5th.
Okay.
So I'm going Villa, Forest, and then that other lot in 7th.
Roberto.
yeah. I would go Liverpool 1st, Arsenal 3-peating 2nd. Newcastle 3rd. I'll go Forest 4th, City 5th, Chelsea 6th, Villa 7th.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do my ideal scenario as an absolute hater of of 2 of those clubs in this race. Obviously, Liverpool gonna win, so screw them. Arsenal come in 2nd. You guys had one flipping job, which is not Liverpool win the league, and you failed at that. So screw you 2. Then I'm gonna go. You know what? Screw it. Pure delusion.
Villa 3rd, aren't you?
The Brummy boys
I knew
in
it.
3rd.
I knew he was going to go straight to the Brummy.
Yeah, the Brummy boys in 3rd. Newcastle 4th. I'm gonna have Nottingham Forest in 5th, yeah, and then I'm gonna have Man City dwelling in the Europa League, and then flipping Chelsea back in the conference because they finished 7th and they failed to win the Conference League, so their asses are back in.
And they'll have a free-peat of not getting
and
Champions
then
League.
we need to have Crystal Palace win the FA Cup so that no one else can get another cheeky spot. You know what I mean? Because if any of the 3 in the top 5 or the top 7 win the FA Cup, then the Europa League spot from the cup goes down into the league. So that means Chelsea would get Europa League off 7th. So as much as I want Villa to win the FA Cup from here or Nottingham Forest,
it's for the grace of good.
I actually might need Palace to win it just for that all falls in line. That would be absolutely glorious.